Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another Last Epoch dev stream. As always, I'm your host, Mike. Hello! Welcome. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And we're back from Gamescom, and we're just going to hop right back into it. Oh, as people start to trickle in, I'll be happy to start answering questions. I'm going to play... I have a little treat today. We're going to start off with a little rogue. This is my two-handed blade dancer that I was playing at the Reddit multiplayer launch, just for fun. I've been playing a lot of mage on stream. There's a lot of mage stuff coming up with new class, so I'm just gonna muck about with my terrible character here. We'll die a whole bunch. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I like to answer all sorts of community questions on stream. We also stream for charity. Pew, pew, pew. People helping with refugees needing basic stuff to not die during the winter, which is super useful. So yeah, it's our charity this month. We do a new one every month. And if you do have a question for me, please put at Last Epoch Game in the question so I'll see it. We got a couple here right to start. Our first one, can you test to go to End of Time and see if you can see other people in town? I did. Right before being here, I was in town and I could see other people, so I'm not going to leave to go test that, because yes, definitely. What's one of your favorite moments at Gamescom? Oh. Gamescom is wild. I fully prepared to talk a ton about Gamescom. This is also going to be a shorter stream than usual. Jed is waiting for me to fix a problem. A very last second little problem with the font. And so I'm going to end the stream a little bit early. There's actually 2 or 3 little problems, but yes. So today will be a 1-hour stream, I think. Unless I get a message saying it got fixed anyways. So we'll pack this stuff in pretty tight here. But yeah, Gamescom was amazing. My favorite moments from Gamescom, so I've been asked this question a whole bunch, and like every time I answer a different thing. So like next week this answer might change. Because there was so many great moments, and it's like every one of them is focused around like people. Because that was my overall best thing, is the people. And like there's so many little things, like I don't want to pick a favorite. I'm just gonna pick something that was awesome. There was a little kid that came by the booth at one point with his dad, and the kid was like so excited to play, and the dad had been playing a ton as well. The dad had been playing a bunch. The kid hadn't played yet, but he was really excited to try. I think that's what the story was. It's so many people; it's hard to remember everyone. That was really amazing. There was also this these people that came by like 3 mornings in a row, I think, to play. The whole family came by and like just occupied the whole booth before anyone was really in, and they came by every morning, which was really cool. It was a ton of fun. There was getting to hang out with people that like you just don't think that you're gonna get to hang out with, like the Maxwell guys, all them, like getting to meet like Derek and Lizard and McFluffin and Riker and Aaron, and like just getting to meet everyone that was there. It was like, that was a ton of fun. Specific moment. There was on the like 4th or 5th day. It was pretty awesome. Chris Wilson came by the booth to play just like a few minutes before the show really opened. That was a ton of fun. Just like got to chat a little bit. Like it was wild. That was really cool. I'm really paying attention to where I'm going at all here. I don't know. There was a ton of stuff that was fun. Seeing, I guess like if I was gonna pick like a general thing, it was like seeing people's faces when they see the game for the first time. They like didn't realize we existed, and they're like big ARPG fans, and they're like, this has been out there and I didn't know about it? That was really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. What build is this? It is a piece of garbage two-handed blade dancer flurry lethal mirage build that I made. That is awful, and you should not play it unless you want a challenge. As you can see, it is terrible. Yeah, these guys are... What's my favorite invocation? Oh, good question. I think Lightning Fire Fire is really good. Also a really big fan of Fire Cold Lightning. Trying to remember more of them off the top of my head. It's a little tricky. We will eventually have like a list of them ready to go. I feel like I just skip these guys, but they are the they are what the echo is. DPS, let's go! I mean, luckily we do have culling on this. Oh, not quite. Alright, first death, let's go! Teaser! Spoiler, whatever they're called. Here is an extra node from Frostclaw that's coming up. So good at this, guys. Don't even worry about it. Sick. Oh, it's hot in here already. Yeah, Gamescom is a ton of fun. Slap over the side while I play. All right. I do have a little treat for this stream as well. So I'm not actually gonna play much of this build, and then I'll hop into that after I'm done. Question: you gain ward based on max mana when you use a skill with 40 that costs 40 or more mana via lost knowledge. So would Runic Invocation procs? Runic Invocation doesn't have many procs. If it costs 40 plus mana, I know I get multiple procs of lost knowledge, making me a 200k. Okay, I think this is a miscommunication here. Runic Invocation, you're actually like just using the skill, and the mana cost of the skill changes based on which invocation is next. So it's not like you use invocation and it like procs an ability. It like you're just using the ability, and it just changes which ability you use based on which invocation is prepared. I'll show you a better example of that a little bit later. And you'll get a better idea of how that works. So it's just like any other. It's the same as using any other ability that is of that mana cost. Yeah, open a portal mid-fight. It's pro strats right there. 5 more questions. I got it. Oh, the notification didn't play. Dahario, welcome! It's 28 months in a row. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Wow. 28. That's crazy. I think that's the highest we've seen so far. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Last Epoch, prepare one update. When is it? Check the stream title, September 7th. For the new class, will you have to press the button every time for skills? Like, if when you like, I don't think I understand the question. I'm sorry. When you use the ability, like in order to use the ability, you press the button to use the ability. I hope that answers the question. Oh, faceless Mask. Hi, Mike. Hello. Yes, if you were at Gamescom, you would have seen Masked Mike. I was very mysterious. No one knew who I was. I was stealth incognito. On the upside, I feel great right now. so I regret nothing. I'm sorry if that was a problem for you, but I'm happy. I feel good. Every other time I've come back from a convention, just general being at a convention, I always get sick, regardless of anything else. It was just, yeah. Coming back, there he is. Oh! Okay, but for the new class, will you have to press buttons for every time for skills? Like, yes. Oh, it's that. Yes, that's. I think. I don't know. We'll see what that question really means. Do you plan to release some more patch with specializations, Falcon or Warlock, before the end of the year, or will you wait for 1.0 to add them in? So the next patch that's coming, September 7th, will be 0.9.2. That will include Rune Master and a bunch of other stuff. The next patch after that, there may be small hotfixes that come after that to fix small things, like if there's a translation mistake in the localization, which there will be lots of those. You know, like we'll do some hotfixing. But then the next content patch after 0.9.2 will be 1.0, and that will be later this year. And that will include Falconer and Warlock. I hope that's about as clear as I can make it. I hope that's good. Since there is some inspiration for Rune Master in Invoker, any inspiration for Falconer on Lone Druid? I have not. I'm assuming that's a Dota 2 character, and I have not played enough Dota 2 to know what that is. So I'm gonna go with no. Also, did you play PoE 2 at Gamescom? I did. It was awesome. I had tons of fun with it. I played the Huntress and the Druid the most. I tried everything, but those are the two that I really tried to sink my teeth into. And it went great. I had tons of fun. We were very lucky to get to play it quite a bit, actually. Yeah, this character's pretty terrible, but that's okay. Hello, Ryber. Yes, it was wonderful to meet you at Gamescom too. Yeah, that was the crazy thing, is that there was a whole bunch of us there, and the only person I'd ever met in person before was Judd. Everyone else was brand new to me. And it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, got to meet Reimer for the first time, even though I worked with you for years. Heavy joined us. If you know Heavy from the community, tons of fun. I'm so happy you got to hang out with everyone. That was the best part for me. It's just getting to meet and talk to people and hang out with people, and yeah. The convention was obviously amazing. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. When will this patch 0.92? September 7th? I mean, hour. Oh, I don't know. Whenever the usual time is. I don't know. I don't know what hour it usually is. If you go back and check the 0.91 and 0.90 patch notes, there's the timestamp on that, and I bet they're exactly the same as each other, and I bet it'll be something similar to that. What's the game coming to console anytime soon? Not anytime soon. So we haven't actually started our pursuing a relationship with Sony or Microsoft regarding console releases. So there's a lot to do there. We are working very hard on a high quality and fun controller implementation. That's what I'm trying to say. Controllers, and that's going pretty well, but it's not fully finished yet. There's some requirements for consoles that we don't have yet, like pausing the game. I know it seems like a silly little requirement, but that's a requirement. And right now it can't pause. Not that we haven't tried. I need a way on this character to like reduce the lethal mirage cooldown. That's the big thing. Oh, talk about a timely level up. Oh my god, this is... Oh, a little lag there! Oh, a little lag will be enough to kill me right now, because I'm right on the edge. Okay, more questions. Oh yeah, of course, as soon as I look away. Oh, so good at this, guys. You don't even know. And if you'll have to press 3 button combinations in order to cast the skill each time. I don't. I don't understand. I still understand the question. Because I think that's kind of yes, but I think that's kind of just like the obvious, like that's what the skill does, and I think it's hard to I think it's hard to answer this question. I don't know. So like I'll just go over the way Runic Invocation works, and maybe this will help you. So every time you use an elemental ability, let's say you have an ability that has some sort of element associated with it. Here you go, Cinder Strike, fire. This would grant me a fire rune over my head. I'm going to go into full detail on this later. And then at any point, no matter how many runes you have, 0, 1, 2, or 3, you can cast Runic Invocation. Runic Invocation. And Runic Invocation will cast a different ability based on whichever runes you have above your head. And it will consume all of the runes above your head. So it's, if you use 3 abilities and then use Runic Invocation, you will consume all 3 runes and do a big ability. If you have 1 rune and you use Runic Invocation, you'll consume that 1 rune. So you can go like, Fireball, Runic Invocation, Fireball, Runic Invocation. And that totally works. I hope that helps. I'll show you what I mean a little bit better. Reimer, wish we could have spent more time together though. I know off work, but I'm sure we'll find time and a place to do it in the future. I was struggling to find you a couple times. And I'm like, there's things I had to do, and I'm just like, yeah. I wish we got to spend more time together too. I had fun though with what we did. Oh, I died, didn't I? Oh my god, Cinder Strike is my lethal barrage. No! Okay, when I inevitably die here, I'll switch that skill out for another node. Because I got another node for you. Thoughts on new Grim Dawn update? We RPG fans share a spoil right now. I'm so excited for it. I haven't done like a deep dive into what they've released so far, but like, as soon as this patch is out, I'm all about it. I feel like we'd all given up hope on more Grim Dawn content, right? That's not just me. That's not just like I was some cynical jerk and had given up hope. That was like a thing we knew, right? Right? There's no more. But now we get more. It's fantastic. It's like that extra Christmas present that's like sitting in the back of the closet that you forget about, and then like lunch comes around and there's one more and you didn't open it in the morning. It's just like, oh my god. Carve, yes, as soon as I'm done dying. So I don't think this is winning, I think it's just slowly dying. Alright, after playing the updated temple rooftop map, which looks great by the way, at Gamescom, I was wondering if any other maps and visual layouts, updates, any spoilers, which ones, got a picture or even video. So the version you saw at Gamescom is not what's going to be live. it is more so we did change it we did change that level for the next patch, and then we took what we changed and we just like cut out huge sections of it for the Gamescom version. Cut out small sections. So the Gamescom version's like a super streamlined version, just because we didn't want people wandering and having to know what's going on at all, or like just we wanted to make it as streamlined and straightforward of a experience as possible. Which isn't like super exciting for very like skilled players who maybe like know the game really well, and builds just too squishy. Here's another one. And there are some other zones that got updated. It wasn't just that one zone. There was also the bunch of monolith zones, especially got updated. And yeah, so there's a bunch of echoes that have been updated as well. Carve, who is here, will be able to tell you more about which ones probably, but I think that might be something we're saving on specifics. Do you have any information on additional echo map modifiers? For example, monsters have a chance to dodge. Please share. I don't have anything specific to share right now. I'm sorry. Alpine Halls corridors. Yes, that's the one. Thank you. Yes, the joke is Alpine Halls is now called Alpine Corridors. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do right now? What has he done? Why would he do this? Move this down to the corner. So if you're wondering what happened at Gamescom, this is what happened at Gamescom. Gamescom 8. I don't know why 8. This is exactly the experience at Gamescom. You sit down and play. It just gives you character select. You pop right in. There was no other classes to play. It gives you a little blurb on how to play that almost everyone closed immediately without reading, which I fully understand. The timer's not going yet, which is something I probably should have told people. Your timer doesn't start until you hit this button. But just a quick little blurb of the Rune Gamification Tooltip, because people were asking about it earlier. And this I know is out there and everything. Can Mike beat Majasa in 10 minutes? Not without changing the skill tree, I can't. So the demo is 10 minutes long. I'm just gonna go. We're gonna go. And you basically just get given a pre-made build that's pretty easy to run. There's not really a lot super technical going on here. And you get to muck about with Rune Master. And so I guess I can talk through a little bit what's going on here. I'm not gonna mouse over like every tooltip, and you might have to like infer some stuff as to what's going on, but yeah, I'll give you a little sneak of what people experience if they just hopped in to play at Gamescom. So the first ability that we gave them on your bar is Flame Rush. And Flame Rush is a channeled ability that as you hold it down, it gets slower and slower, and then when it pops, you deal a bunch of damage based on how long you held it for. So it can be used as a quick just like tap, and it's like a dash. This doesn't require a target, so you can move pretty quickly, and then you slow down relatively fast too. So the movement speed, the movement distance you're getting at it out of it doesn't really go up as you go on. The next big ability is Frostwall. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet invocation right here. So Frostwall, you can only have one wall active at a time, so if you cast another wall, the first one crumbles. As enemies walk through it, they get frozen. It's guaranteed freeze. bunch of dot damage. It's pretty awesome. If you're wondering what 3 cold runes looks like, it's Blizzard. The last ability of these, it's not the last ability. The third ability is Glyph Dominion. So it creates a glyph that expands and does dot damage and then explodes. This should be a dead end, but I think there's something sweet up here. Should be a... usually a shrine that spawns up here. This guy. Where's my unique? Is it this guy? It's this guy. Whoops! Oh, and because Flame Rush is channeled, it gives you a charge every second. So I'll show you this little thing. So you can, so you got 0, you can start here, go all the way to 3, and then 3 red is just a gigantic fireball. So that's pretty sweet. And so yeah, the person that we were talking about earlier, about how the runes work, I hope this is giving you a little bit better idea on how that works. Should be a shrine pier, I think. Question mark. The shrine appear usually. I'm crazy. Don't listen to me. When we cast Glyph of Dominion, it offers powerful utility effects, including both offensive and defensive buffs for players who stand within the rune while it charges. Question: are we able to have more than one active Glyph of Dominion? No, you may have one maximum of 1 glyph at a time by default. There might be a node that changes that. I don't know actually. I know there was at one point, and it was like, and one of those ones where like, can we do this? And you may notice that I'm just like getting, my rune bolts are right now pure lightning because of a weapon I picked up. So yeah, if you do use glyph and another glyph, it immediately explodes the first one. And so when it does explode, it charges up, and you're not getting the full explosion. I don't think. I think the damage it deals is less if you explode it right away. Skill with more than one element. Do they give both runes like half converted fireball? Does which order? It gives one or the other. Every ability. The only time you can get more than one rune generation from a single ability usage is a channeled ability. Otherwise, it always grants one rune. Unless there's something in that specialization tree that specifically states it gets more. Or there's some effect you've got that makes it give more. Sorry, I know that was terrible, and I just like avoided every single one. Oh my goodness, what's this? Oh my god, what in the world could that be? Hey look, a rune prison. And something that's tricky is that they actually will attack your enemies too. Like they're just angry at everyone. Hello. Thank you very much. We've got Macbergs resubbed 5 months in a row. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having fun. Oh yeah, those boats are nasty. Ooh. I don't know what that was. I don't know what you're talking about. Is monster density adjusted, mostly increased in upcoming patch? Yes. It's not. I don't want it to be like it's been changed. It will never change again. No. But it has been changed, and we'll keep listening and looking at feedback and seeing how it feels and all that sort of good stuff. There are some really cool interactions with builds, and the build that I'm playing right now in this demo is very much designed to be pretty straightforward and easy to play with the good chunk of defensive stuff, and we're kind of overpowering the players. So it's there's not a lot of deep dive into a lot of the more advanced interactions that exist with the skills that we're using, and it is only using Rune Master skills because that's what we're showing off at the demo. So there's lots of really cool stuff that you'll get to explore. Oh, and sorry about the more than one element, getting both runes, that sort of stuff. So like, I can just show you what'll happen. There's Elemental Nova. So here's an unspecialized Elemental Nova that has all 3 elements. Pretty straightforward. It just cycles through them. Yeah. The part of the reason it specifies by default is because if there's a way to add more, the tooltip doesn't change to say it has more, so we have to say by default. Hello, Spike. Hello. You want to see the shiny drop-only affixes? None of the affixes, the drop-only affixes, the experimental affixes that you've heard about that are in this build are in the build that's going live on the 7th. So if I showed you what that item was, it would just be confusing and disappointing, possibly, because it might be something really cool, and it's not coming in the patch, so it would be pointless to show it, which is why I avoided it. I mean, you can see what we used for placeholders, but that's it. So if I do lightning, fire, fire, this is one of my favorite invocations. It creates a little turret that just starts shooting out. And I can do them pretty reliably right now. Lightning, oh crap, fire, fire. That's how I do it. Oh! I died. The demo that's designed to be too easy to die, I died. That's right. I'm so good at this, guys. But don't worry. Lava! Thank you for the sub very much. 21 months. Getting right up there. Thank you very much. Almost that 2-year mark. Is there or will there be other exiled mages? I'm going to say proper the term. Would be cool to have fight the Falcon or Warlock before being able to play them. So the whole theming of what these are, it doesn't really fit as well with any other class. So like not specifically. It's possible we might like adapt the theming to be a little bit different to work with another class maybe, but like the way that the story behind why these exiled mages are here and like what they're doing and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't really make sense for any other class. Someone was also asking like about putting Runic Invocation on like Numlock trick, and like this is effectively what happens when you do that. Like it's like, and you just leave it, it just gives you a bunch of ward. Like it doesn't really work. Can I do lightning fire fire combo? Yeah, that was, I did that second to get lightning fire fire. What's this? And when there are enemies in range, it does target them specifically instead of just being random. And something else to be really important about the demo that we showed off at Gamescom, which is literally exactly this build I'm playing right now, is like a month old at this point. Maybe less, maybe it's 3 weeks old, but there's a lot of stuff that's in here that's been changed, which is why I'm kind of avoiding tooltips a little bit, because that's the biggest stuff that's changed is specifics on tooltips. Not so much as like there's something wrong about what's here, but more just like I don't want people to like start making builds based on what they see here to be disappointed. Just in case. So the incorrect name was not sure one. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's funny because I've seen rogue exiles used as a term a bunch, and it's like I understand where that's coming from, and it's kind of like weirdly close because we have rogue as a class in our game, which is the weird part. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good evening. I'm really very happy the game is improving day by day. Really looking forward to the release of the next patch. Big hello. Lots of courage from your French-speaking community. Thank you very much. Glad to be here. You're going to have a proper French game soon. Give it a week. I'll give it a week and then it'll be good. That'll be there. And then give it a few more months, it'll be proper. No, we put a ton of time and effort into getting the localization playing nicely. And like really hope that it shines. There will be some issues because it's so specific. Oh, didn't even see the timer. Well, that's the demo. No, I'm not gonna do it. See how far we can get if we just run. Let's change some of these sound settings. I feel like they're a little high. We're basically just gonna run and only go the wrong way a little bit. Wait, a lot. With the Rune Master being so spicy, the sorcerer gets some love. Yeah, okay, so there's is the game really loud? Is it just me? For whatever reason, when I left, all my audio settings got just like demolished. My headset might just be turned up really loud. Oh, I click outside the game briefly. As far as the differences between Sorcerer and Rune Master and all that sort of comparison and everything, I think that the Rune Master is a ton of fun. It is a very high complexity class to really play, really play well. And like it feels very different to play than a sorcerer in general. There's a like the whole like it's new and shiny. It's really cool, and then there's gonna be a ton of like I think initially the impetus to play sorcerer is gonna be basically zero, and I don't think there's much we can do about that. There are some changes to sorcerer coming alongside this. Nothing like world shattering. I want to say, but like. You know, like it's not just leaving it alone, because there's a few concepts that are in Sorcerer that have overlap in Rune Master, things that we wanted to be exclusive in one or the other, and so we've actually pulled some stuff out and replaced it in Sorcerer in a very good way, I think. Things that people were just not using because they weren't very good, they didn't fit well in Sorcerer. And so they've been replaced with much nicer things. I'm just talking about passives right now. I mean, so Sorcerer does also gain access to, like, these two abilities, Frostwall and Flame Rush. So it's not just Rune Master only abilities. And then on top of that, there's also the new Frostclaw ability that there's this node down here for. So there is Sorcerer stuff that comes along with it implicitly, also like the lower part of the tree, all that sort of stuff. So I think you will see new opportunities for interesting builds to pop up in. How did I go the wrong way again? For new builds to pop up in Sorcerer as well. It won't be pure Rune Master everything, and same with Spellblade too. Flame Rush is awesome on Spellblade. It's very cool. I missed a bunch of questions, didn't I? Pretty sure. So I think the goal one of the goals is to push the like single element type builds onto Sorcerer and push the multi-element builds more so onto Rune Master. Not exclusively for either. Oh, I was gonna do two. Yeah, see, this is tricky. So, like, here's a good example. I'm trying to use the lightning, fire, fire, and I'm trying to use Flame Rush just long enough to cast it and not go over and get the third fire one. And, like, that's tricky. There's, like, there's a 1 second window where that's the case. And having it be that precise is not always something you want to play with for everyone. Yeah. Can we get a show of the combinations between 3 runes? That's a lot of different runes. Like, there's fire, ice, lightning, which is this one. There's ice, lightning, fire. Oops. Same one. Here we go. This is Antipode, and it'll pull them in and then pop and explode. Nope, different. It's the other one that pulls them in. There's the Cascade. This is Antipode. Yeah, there we go. That's one of the highest damaging abilities in the game, I think, right now. I'd want to reverse the order if I was going to get the other ones easily. And cold lightning fire. Let's try cold lightning fire. This one. Oh yeah, okay. And then we go cold lightning fire. Nope. There's so many. They each all do have a tooltip right here, so you can tell exactly what that ability is going to do specifically. So there are, like, no matter what combination you have, you can always put your cursor over that spot right there, and it'll tell you exactly what ability is coming next. So there's a lot less guesswork in, like, a little bit of theory crafting. Will there be other language items linked in the global chat, which will be then just confusing from others? So the way items work is that the code for the item gets transmitted in chat. It's like it's a serialized version of the item. Basically how the item gets saved in our save files. And then your client reads that item and displays it in whatever your local display settings are. So if you have, if I as an English user link an item in English, and then you as a, let's say French user mouse over that same item as a tooltip, it will display the French version to you and the English version to me. I did lightning, fire, fire. Lightning, fire, fire. You're just telling me that was the right thing to do there.
What do you think you're doing, my
Hey there, it was nice to meet you at Gamescom. I'm so excited with the Rune Master. Awesome, I'm glad you were able to be there. I'm sorry from your handle, do not remember who you were, but I'm sure I had a good time meeting you, because I enjoyed meeting everyone. I have a streamer friend who came to meet you at Gamescom. We've been following you almost from the start with a lot of attention. The game is already in our hearts. Best HNs of all time. I should know what that is, and I don't. I feel bad. I'd like to see many more people think like us. Awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Ah! Fireball! Ah, she got away. I didn't know that was actually gonna work. That was sweet. And this is just how most people play. It's just like, just hit every button all the time. And you know what? It works. This character's a little OP for the build. Oh, get out of that. Oh, actually, that's hack and slash. Oh my gosh, yes, I obviously should have got that. I mean, I was just playing with you. I knew exactly what you meant. Ah! Ah, run! Yay, I did it! First try! Woohoo! Any nerfs on the 7th? I'm sure there's some. So savage. Sometimes it's bug fixes that cause nerfs, sometimes it's just things that were a little too OP. Uh-oh. Here we go. We're going to have to steal some localization stuff soon. Oh, you're going to steal me for localization. Yep. This will be a short stream. If anyone's got any more questions, get them in. We're going to be done in about 5 minutes here. I know it's a lot shorter than usual. But I promise it'll be worth it, because the game will be better. Yes! Yay, I did it! Totally beat the time limit too! Look, there's a minute and a half left! So good. No problem. Any updates for Shaman coming? Not this patch, nothing major. There's some like little things here and there, bug fixes, tweaks, all that sort of stuff, but no big like this skill removed, this skill added, this skill updated, or anything like that. And like I said, I'm not trying to hide the skill tree, the trees and nodes or anything, because there's something secret or anything. It's just it's different, so I don't want to show you the wrong old thing. We actually in the demo, you could get to the end of time and go to the monolith, and a few people did. A few people were just like, "Nah, I'm fine not playing your demo. Let's go." I'm just like right into the monolith. Alright, was game price in CIS region increase intended? There was no announcement. We just follow the like the Steam auto pricing stuff. So if Steam increased their prices in the region, then it automatically would have changed. I'm not even sure we get notified. We must. But I think like small adjustments happen pretty frequently there. I'm not sure. Oh, there's the demo. Well, I think we're probably gonna call it there for gameplay today. If anyone has any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I do have one more little thing to pop up on the screen here. So here's one more node. Drop some of these settings back. What? Oh, it resets the settings every time you leave. That's what happened. Yes. Yeah, there was a bunch of work on, like, as far as the skills work that happened this patch, there was a bunch of stuff that's like prep work and work for Warlock and Falconer that's already been going. So you'll see the payoff for that at 1.0, which is really good. Derek, hey! There's someone else who got to meet at Gamescom. You're here right at the end. With Rune Master right behind the corner, this feels like the perfect time to ask for Warlock leaks. Nothing major in the way of Warlock leaks. I'm sorry. It's gonna be awesome. And that's what I say every time. Hi, how are you? I am great, thanks. How are you? First of all, congrats on your participation in Gamescom. Thank you. Second, can you cast another spell in the middle of Runic Invocation combo? Not quite sure I understand, but I'm going to... Do I still have the Conflu? Nope! I don't. Didn't get it. So, like, if you have an invocation going... you know what, this is actually probably a better one. So, like we'll start... I'm going to start the swirly one. The one that goes around and around and around and around and around. And while that's happening, I'll cast a bunch of other stuff. So, like, here we go. This... Oops. No, okay, well, that's going. So that one's going. There's nothing else. I didn't interrupt it. So here, we're going to... Because this is going, and I'm casting Rune Bolts while it's happening. Does that answer your question? Is there any case where a retaliation will proc Runic Invocation, or only raw casts? There is a way to trigger Runic Invocation through other ability casts, but not as a retaliation. Have you discussed the damage taken from mana changes as its massive nerf? Yes, we have. Is any conversation about stun bar for bosses like PoE and D4? Yeah, we've been talking about that. I think we've got some little changes to how boss stuns work happening, but that's definitely a topic we've been going in a little bit deeper. The leak is hiding the gameplay. I'm sorry. This is when you realize that Mike is a noob. Haha. We're almost at the end here, so this is what I was just showing. So this is going, and I'm still casting while it's going. That's what I was trying to share. And you can have multiple invocations going at once. So, like, I'll start this one, and then, like, there's another one going. You know? Like, it doesn't stop the previous one. Is he playing the demo? Yeah, I'm playing the demo. Yes, and we can. I was cheating earlier. I did crank it. Oh my god, it rolls around. That's hilarious. I did not know it wrapped around. Can I make Frostclaw cost 40 plus mana? I don't think 40 plus, no. But you can bump its mana cost up quite a lot. The bottom left section of the tree has a ton of mana increases where you can get it pretty expensive. That was the first thing I did. I was like, I'm gonna crank this up, be super expensive because I'm terrible. But it was fun. Bounced all over the place. Well, yeah, so we just got a short stream today. Hopefully, you had some fun and got to check out. This is the build that got to play at Gamescom. And if you unfortunately you weren't able to be there, I hope you enjoyed getting to see it. And yeah, so we'll have a full version of Rune Master September 7th available to play, normal patch time, all that sort of stuff. I don't like that it mutes when I leave, when I click away from it right now. This is a conversion. Thank you. Yeah, let's see if there's anyone online here. But I had a ton of fun. I hope you did too. Thanks for coming by. If you have another question that I forgot to answer, please head on over to our Discord and ask it there. We've got a great channel, Ask the Devs. There's also Ask the Community. Lots of people answering questions all the time. We'll be here same time, same place next week. Actually, sometimes right after a patch I don't go live because other people are streaming. Might do a little one next week. We'll see what we do. TBD on next week's stream. And hopefully, I'd like to. We missed a few for Gamescom. I think we should do it. We'll see what we do. In any case, have a great day. I'll see you soon, and I hope you have fun with the Rune Master. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.